exclusive.
Can't fumble the bag, yeah, I'm on a run. Fumble the bag, now you looking dumb. I march to the money, I'm beating the drum. I'm spending that money, yeah, I'm having fun. You sit on your ass, they call you a bum. Gas so sticky, remind me of gum. In love with the money, I need me a ton. She don't want me to spin her, already spun. Can't fumble the bag, yeah.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Matty Ice, Ice Cold Crypto, bringing you that crypto street news where we focus on the latest news and events surrounding the cryptocurrency to help you better understand how this new market is emerging and evolving, and hopefully you can pull some information from here to help you benefit and ultimately profit from this new and emerging digital asset class that we call crypto. But with that being said, let's get to this news. First, we're going to talk about this crypto market, and we're going to talk about the sell-off that happened today, man. Talk about why it happened. You know, Bitcoin broke port at 9,000 and we fell below 9,000. We actually came down quite a bit today, so we're going to go into that a little bit. Also, wanted to take a look at Trump's new Fed nominee. You know, with everything going on with the economy and with the Federal Reserve and the Treasury and everything, Trump's new federal nominee is an advocate for a gold-backed currency, and also she said some positive things about taking us back to a gold standard and, you know, using blockchain and cryptocurrency. So I thought it was interesting. And also, man, today we're going to talk about maybe mass adoption for cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about a Samsung Galaxy, how they're about to launch a streaming service backed by a digital asset. And that this coin actually been pumping over the last few days. And this is probably the reason why. So we're going to go over and check out some information on that. Also, I just did a video last week talking about the emergence of stable coins and how you can benefit and profit from holding stable coins. But here's a new stable coin that's set to come out this fall, I believe. We're going to go, and it's actually tokenizing the entire cryptocurrency space. So we're going to read about that and see what they're trying to do. I thought that was pretty interesting. Before we get into it, man, you know what we got to do? We got to look at the market, and the first thing we got to do is look at what's going on with Bitcoin today, because as we all know, or you may not know, Bitcoin usually as Bitcoin goes up, the market's going up, but when Bitcoin comes down, the market comes down. So it's the entire market is still correlated to Bitcoin. It hasn't decoupled from Bitcoin yet. So usually when Bitcoin dumps, everything else dumps. Then as Bitcoin comes back, Bitcoin usually comes back faster than the majority of the coins. But let's see what happened in this market today. So we can see over these last few days, we've been trading in this range here. We've been, you know, between this 9,200 and about 9,800. So we was, you know, getting some strong resistance at 98. So we've been trading through here. But we never could stay above there long enough. So yesterday we lost momentum. You can see we fell, but we found support here at 92. Tried to recover. The bulls tried to bring us back up, but was unsuccessful. And you can see we lost steam, bounced again off of that support, and ultimately, man, we fell through the floor and came down and broke that other resistance. This was a small resistance here. Support line here. So I didn't really think that was going to hold us. I kind of figured if we came down, we was going to hit this 8,800. And we love this 8,800. We hit that number quite a bit as a support and resistance. And you can see we kind of bounced right off of that 8,800. Went back up for a while, and now this 91 is acting as some resistance here. So we're going to see what we're going to do if we don't get back up above here. I think we're going to come back down to this 8,800, and we actually can fall and come down even further, maybe to this 82 or 8,100 before we find some more support. So we're going to see what it's going to do over these next couple hours. But we can see it's having a little bit of trouble getting back above this $9,100 mark here. So let's take a quick look at the rest of the market here. This is CoinGecko. You can come over here. You can kind of see what the market's been doing. A little bit of boost over the last hour, over the last 24 hours. Most of the coins are down because you can see as Bitcoin goes down, the rest of the market usually follows. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin took this big dump today, let's see how you'd be looking if you were dollar cost averaging Bitcoin, because that's another reason why I always advocate dollar cost averaging, because we know we in this for the long run with Bitcoin. We're looking at where the price is going to be at the end of the year, over the next 12 months, 24 months. So let's see what this price is looking like. So you can come right here over the last 30 days. If you bought Bitcoin, you're actually still up over 33%, even with what they call a dump today. That's why sometimes I say dump, but I kind of hate to say that, but that's kind of, one of those terms that we overly use. But it pulled back, but we're still up over 33%. You come here, you actually can look at over the past 180 days. We go all the way back to November. Bitcoin was still sitting just under $7,000. So you can see you're still up. It kind of depends on where you bought at. If you kind of bought at the height in February of 2020 when we got above $10,000, you may be down a percentage. But I definitely believe we're going to break $10,000 again before this year is up. I'm hoping we're going to hit new all-time highs with Bitcoin before this year is up. So we can kind of look through the market, kind of see what some of our biggest gainers are over the last 24 hours. You can see Solve, not sure what that is, or Me Say Go, but you see there's been some gainers over the last few days. Engine Coin, kind of like some of the things that they're doing. You can grab that coin over on crypto.com. If I didn't mention crypto.com right now, you can actually purchase Bitcoin and other digital assets over there, and they're waiving the fee on debit and credit card. Usually there's a 3.5% fee on those debit and credit cards, but right now they're waiving that fee, so definitely take advantage of that, because those fees begin to add up. You kind of see what's been going on over these last few days and what the biggest gainers and biggest losers are. Actually, it was a coin here that I wanted to take a look at right quick. That's been pumping, is actually going to have something to do with one of the stories that we're going to look at in a second. And that's Theta Network. You can see it's been pumping over the last 7 days here, but it's actually down 15% right now, down to 25%. So, but last night I believe it was up to like 31 cents. But that's what's going on in the crypto market. So let's get into these stories today. First story that we're going to look at here is coming to you from Decrypt, and it's talking about this Bitcoin dip and the sell-off where Bitcoin falls below $9,000, and we can see the sell-off continues, and hopefully we can hold at that 8,800, or we're going lower. And just talks about why this happened. Was this caused by the Satoshi rumors? So what happened today, if you're not familiar with it, the Bitcoin price fell below the $9,000 mark. It fell as low as $8,950. I think it actually went lower than that right now. But the reason why they thinking this may have happened is the sell-off that started yesterday when 50 Bitcoin that had been mined during Bitcoin's first month of existence had been transferred. Rumors spread that this transfer or this transaction may have been from the wallet owned by Bitcoin's owner, Satoshi Nakamoto. So, mined a huge supply of coins, were he or she to sell them, it could crash the market. When this news hit, the Bitcoin price dropped $200, falling from $9,800 to $9,600 in a half an hour. You can see what Binance CEO CZ Binance says. The Fed prints $1 trillion, a few trillion, and nothing happened. Someone, most likely not Satoshi, moves 40 Bitcoin, early BTC, and the market panics. So he's telling the truth there. You can see sometimes the Bitcoin market moves fast. It could be a little bit irrational, but was this the reason why Bitcoin pull back? We don't know. But this is, they always got to point to a reason, and this could be something that maybe spooked the market, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But the price dip hadn't finished just yet. It slid all the way back to 9,300. In just the hours that followed, the price rose back to 9,500, but then stalled. But then you can see that we've already come back down as we looked at earlier. So that's kind of maybe the reason why Bitcoin pulled back. Don't think it's that big of a deal. We don't really know. Some more information has come out, and I don't think that those were Satoshi's coins, and it was 50 Bitcoin, about $500,000. So I'm like, the moving 50 Bitcoin caused the market to drop. Next up. So next, I thought this article was interesting. I wanted to go over Trump's Fed nominee is an advocate for a gold-backed cryptocurrency. Or a gold-backed currency, even a crypto one. Now, I thought this was interesting, especially with everything that's going on with the economy, them printing up money with the Fed and the Treasury. If you've been paying attention to that, man, they printing up $1 trillion, so they looking for a new hard currency and possibly going back to a gold standard. Because the U.S. dollar is no longer backed by gold. It hasn't been backed by gold since Nixon took it off the gold standard in, I believe, 1971. But let's check out a little bit of this article. So Judy Shelton, President Trump nominee for the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, has advocated for getting back on to a gold standard, possibly in a very cryptocurrency way. President Donald Trump, nominee for the United States Federal Reserve Board of Governors, is reiterating her advocacy for the gold standards and adding digital currency into the mix. In an interview on Sunday, Judy Shelton told reporters, "I don't see it so much as returning to the gold standard, more like back to the future. I think that what a gold standard stands for is a monetary discipline for its own sake. Money is supposed to be a unit of account, a reliable measure, and a dependable store of value. It really shouldn't be subject to who's the chairman of the Federal Reserve." So according to Shelton, a futuristic version of the gold standard may evolve a digital currency component. She said that central banks are not serving the private sector in providing that reliable unit of account. Under the gold standard, we did have that stability. And I think that's what's missing. It could be used in a very cryptocurrency way. So you can see we have people who Trump is nominating who are digital currency advocates, and we know they've been talking about cryptocurrency going on with this new CARES Act. They talked about a digital dollar, so there's a lot of things going on with that. So on top of that, if you're not familiar with another move that's happening in government around cryptocurrencies that could be leading up to us eventually having this digital dollar, is former Coinbase lawyer Brian P. Brooks will be taken over at the U.S. Treasury Department's Banking Focus Bureau. So according to Thursday's announcement from the United States Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the former chief legal counsel of Coinbase, Brian P. Brooks, will step in as the head of the OCC on May 29th. The once and future comptroller. Brooks will be replacing Joseph Hodling. Hodling is leaving midway through his term, which began at the end of 2017. So Brooks left his Coinbase position to step into the second highest position within the OCC in the middle of March. So the significance of the OCC. The OCC is a bureau within the United States Treasury Department that regulates banking and lending institutions and offices. And the office's declared mission is to ensure who ensure that national banks and federal savings associations operate in a safe and sound manner, provide fair access to financial services, and treat customers fairly and comply with laws and regulations. So I just thought that was interesting that someone that closely tied to cryptocurrency over the last few years, working as the compliance officer for Coinbase, is now heading up the banking for the U.S. Treasury. And so I just think that a lot of interesting things. We don't know exactly what's happened, but if you kind of look at some of the breadcrumbs, you kind of can see that we're probably going down the road to some digital dollar. I'm not going to call that a true cryptocurrency, but I believe they'll have some type of digital dollar that we'll be able to use as a unit of exchange. And it could be gold back, could be crypto back, Bitcoin back. But I definitely think that we're moving to a digital dollar somehow. Next up, I wanted to take a quick look at Samsung, because this could be ushering in some mass adoption here. So Samsung Galaxy phones to bring crypto-enabled esports streaming to millions. So blockchain-based esports streaming service Theta TV will be pre-installed, letting Galaxy owners earn T-Fuel. So Theta Gaming is an esports-centric streaming video platform powered by the Theta blockchain, and will be available to tens of millions of Samsung Galaxy phones owners via an alliance with Samsung announced on Tuesday. Streams for this service will be enabled within Samsung Daily interface that comes pre-installed on all new Samsung Galaxy S20 smartphones in the United States. The update will also be pushed to all Galaxy S10, S9, and Note 10s and Note 9s devices around the world, for a total installed base of more than 75 million devices. What sets Theta TV apart from the leading video game streaming services like Twitch is the ability for viewers to earn Theta tokens known as T-Fuel by watching and sharing streams. Users can also donate T-Fuel to streamers, or it can be swapped at crypto exchanges. So Samsung Daily is the rebranded version of Bixby. If you have a Galaxy phone, they have the Bixby that you can talk to, the home interface on Galaxy phones, providing streaming, news, and videos and other content. So I thought this was pretty big. That's why that Theta coin has been pumping over the last week, so to speak. T-Fuel as well as the Theta token off of this news. I believe their main net is set to launch sometime this week, but you can see that it's already begun to pull back, and I believe probably after their main net launch, it probably will pull back more. So that could be an opportunity to hop in and grab some of these coins if you think what Theta is doing with Samsung could be something big. You might want to do some more research on this. But I took a look at some of what they're doing. They got a streaming service that's up and running right now that some gamers are using. I believe it's called G Fuel or something like that. But you can take a look at that. But I may want to grab a little bit of Theta, man. This could have some legs. I'm not going to grab it right now after it's done pumped over 100% over the last few days. Gonna let it chill out a little bit, but you may want to take a look at Theta. Next up on the list, I want to talk about stable coins again. I'm not sure if you caught my video the other day, but talked about stable coins, things like TUSD, True USD, the Gemini dollar, the Circle coin, but those are stable coins that are pegged to the US dollar, so they, don't fluctuate like your average cryptocurrency. But I thought this was pretty interesting. TCAP, a decentralized stable coin in development by Cryptex, tokenizes the entire crypto market cap into one neat package. So, digital asset management firm Cryptex has announced that it is developing TCAP, a decentralized stablecoin that pegged to the entire crypto market. TCAP, which Cryptplex plans to launch this fall will aggregate the entire $250 billion cryptocurrency market space into a single token. The token will derive its value from the top 2,850 tokens listed on the best exchanges, allowing traders to have exposure to the entire crypto sector without worrying about buying 2,000 or 3,000 tokens, said the CEO. So should Dragon Coin, well, I'm not sure why they use Dragon Coin, Quake Coin, and Delta Coin overtake Bitcoin overnight? Traders won't kick themselves for not invested earlier. Though failed projects might be classified as shit coins, well, definitely those coins that they just named, people still want exposure to the bottom, and that is true, because you just never know. People always want to buy into those low cap coins because some of them just may explode overnight for whatever reason, like TFU, which was a very low cap coin, but it did big numbers over the last few days. TCAP won't be based on any coins actually held by Cryptex, but will instead track the market in real time. Should the entire market cap stand at $25 billion, the token would be worth $25, for instance. Think of it as a decentralized ETF or exchange traded fund, a popular investment vehicle that combines shares of different companies into a single stock. Yeah, so I thought this article was quite interesting about tokenizing the entire crypto market. I definitely like the ideas of stable coins. If you haven't checked out stable coins, there's a lot of ways that you actually can earn a passive income off of stable coins by getting a great return just by holding your stable coins on different platforms, returns that you definitely won't see at a bank or in a CD. So something like a stable coin like this, based on the entire cryptocurrency market, could be good. So we just got to kind of see how it rolls out, how decentralized it really is, and some other factors. But I definitely thought this was interesting and something that I wanted to check out today. So that's going to do it for the crypto street news today. Man, I hope this video was helpful and brought you some information. If you saw anything in this video that you liked, please, man, hit that like button, man, hit that subscribe button. So to help me reach new viewers, man, who are looking to learn about the cryptocurrency space. But I'll be back at you later with the crypto street news, and I'm out.
Hood ass bitch, wash your hair in the sink. Can't miss out on money, I don't wanna blink.